Good evening, Facebook land and YouTubers. This is Grandma DoorDash here, also your chef extraordinaire, and it's chicken noodle soup recipe night. So what I've taken here is a stick of butter. Now I particularly use the unsalted butter because there's enough salt going in this soup vicariously through other ingredients. So I take a stick of butter, I take chicken base, like chicken bouillon. So this is what I happened to buy at the store. This is what they had available. And I took a tablespoon and a half of this. Then of course I used my, get everything back out again. That's sauteing right now. This is the first step. I used my famous casero carne asada seasoning. I love it. I use it for everything. Okay. I used about the size of a quarter in the palm of my hand of ground black pepper. I like a little spice. I used a little bit of dried oregano, a few sprinkles of cumin, however you want to say it. What else did I use? Oh, okay. Then I put in fresh garlic cloves, about 6 good-sized ones, and I minced them in. Okay, I did fresh rosemary, fresh sage. Okay, I also did carrots, celery, red onion, and jalapenos. And then I also put the celery leaf in. My dad taught me that. You see that leaf right there? I put a bunch of celery leaves in there too, because that really, really flavors it. So what I'm doing is I'm sauteing the vegetables until they're about halfway done, and they're going to go into the Instant Pot. Okay, so this is phase 1, sauteing the vegetables. I have it on medium high, okay, on an electric stove. Yeah, as you can see. Oh, if you could only smell this, it's so freaking good. And the boys never get sick of it. I keep asking them, aren't you tired of it? Don't you want me to make something else? And they're like, no, we'll eat it. Please make chicken noodle soup. So anyway, the first step is to saute all these vegetables, herbs, and spices until they're halfway cooked. I will be back with the next segment in just a moment. So the vegetables are in the Instant Pot waiting for the rest. What I've done is I've got 4 cups of water, filtered water, okay? Going in this wonderfully seasoned pan. Okay, another 2 cups. All right. And then I'm gonna put 1.5 tablespoons of this beauty stuff. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and what I'm gonna do is heat up this water because it's in the refrigerator. We keep it cold, our filtered water. So I'm gonna heat up this water to make sure that the bouillon is completely dissolved, along with the wonderful flavors from the pan, from what I sauteed. See how that looks? There's got herbs and stuff in there. Yeah. So I'm using a wire whisk to make sure it's all nicely dissolved. Okay. Heating that up. Now this is what the veggies look like in the Instant Pot waiting for the rest of the meal. Now normally I would saute the chicken, but one of the boys actually bought a rotisserie chicken and didn't eat hardly any of it, so he suggested that I go ahead and use that as a shortcut in the chicken noodle soup. And I've done this before and it was delicious, so I'm gonna do it again. So I'm gonna cut up the chicken and add that to the veggie mix and then put the liquid in and finally the noodles. And it'll be done in like half an hour. All right, y'all, as you can see, I've cut up the rotisserie chicken and added it to the Instant Pot. Next, I'm gonna add the chicken broth that I made on the stove and Mrs. Miller's noodles. And when Josh brought these home, I thought, man, I wonder if those are the Mrs. Miller's noodles I remember from Ohio. So I just looked on the back of the bag and damn if they weren't made in Ohio. So a little taste of Ohio going in this chicken noodle soup in Arizona. As you can see, 4 cups of broth was not nearly enough. So I'm making another 4 cups and then I'm going to add Mrs. Miller's noodles and I'll let you see the finished product before I start the pressure cooking. So as you can see, I used just about 3/4 of a bag of Mrs. Miller's noodles. I had about 1/4 of a bag in the open one, and I opened the new bag and took half of that, so that's 3/4. I added the extra 4 cups of broth that I made and the noodles. And as you can see, everything is under liquid. And there's a good 2 to 3 inches of space left for the pressure in the air to move around. So it's all ready to go. I'll show you what the setting is in just a moment. Okay, this one's real easy. I set it on manual for 20 minutes, okay? I have it on pressure. You see where the dial is? Right there, it's in the center. That's very, very important. So this is gonna take its time, heat up, get the pressure right, and then it's gonna pressure cook for 20 minutes, and then it's going to cool off and let the steam out slowly. So I'm gonna say it's gonna be 30 to 45 minutes until it's completely ready to eat. And I will show you what the finished product looks like. So here you are with the finished result. It's about 8:30. It took just about 45 minutes like I thought it would. See, the noodles absorb some of that broth. Look at all those fresh vegetables and chicken. Doesn't that look good? Homemade chicken noodle soup, like my dad used to make it. Absolutely delicious, easy to make, and relatively quick. Normally this would have to boil on the stove for probably 3 hours, give or take. But 20-minute setting on the Instant Pot and you're done. It takes about, I'm gonna say, an hour to an hour and 15 minutes start to finish. So bon appetit, everyone. If you have any questions, let me know. I would appreciate any of your comments, likes, shares, and subscriptions to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to build it to earn some money off of my talent, and this is how I want to do it. So please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you very much.